Yeah, the half XP is affecting me a lot more than I thought it would. I really thought the half XP would be kind of just a small change. But it's almost like lowest level style, because even though I'm fighting random battles, I'm getting half from the bosses, so it ends up averaging out to like almost a low level challenge. Not quite as bad, but yeah, it's actually going to be pretty interesting. Like, where I'm interested in is late game. You know, like in the lowest level challenge, the only way to get through carry armor was with HP ups, because we were so low level we had like no HP. But here we can only equip one of every color, so I can only equip one HP plus, and I can only equip it on one character because I can only have one total. But we have a lot of cheese strats open to us that we didn't have during the absolute lowest level challenge, like enemy skill. We gotta break out the cheddar for this one. But yeah, I think the only one materia, like no duplicate materia, is probably the biggest hurdle for this. Actually, I think only having one of each color maybe is even worse. It's an interesting combination for sure. Master materia counts for whatever you want. I'm not going to be getting any, so it doesn't really matter. If you do this challenge, you can decide where master materia lies. Unless Emerald ends up being impossible and I have to use master materia for him, but I wouldn't think that'll happen. Maybe though, I don't know. MOTOR. What does it stand for though? Yeah, I both like and dislike the game in 60 FPS. I do like that it looks different. It's just nice because I've played the game a million times normally. But yeah, I don't know if I actually prefer it. I don't think I do. But some things look cool. I like stuff like Tifa's animations are cool in 60 FPS. I think that in general, it looks pretty good. The reason it's off-putting is just because we're used to the 30 FPS. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's the 60 FPS's fault. It's more of just we're not used to it. Mobile obliterate terrorist obstacles robot. Close enough. I'll take it. Should be dead here. We got mind break. I like that. So what now? Sephiroth is still alive. I have to settle the score with him for everything he did back then. And doing that'll save the planet? I think so. Then I'm going with you. I'll come too. There are things I need to find out. About the ancients? All sorts of things. Guess this is goodbye, City of Mako. That's a remake line, isn't it? They also put that on the magic card. I intend to return to my hometown, but until then I see no reason not to accompany you. Guess we got a big journey ahead of us. It's dangerous out there. Sure you'll be okay? Well, as long as you keep your promise, I'm sure I'll be fine. Come to think of it, this will be the first time I've ever left Midgar. It's dangerous out there. Sure you'll be okay? I knew you'd say that. I told Aerith's mom to get herself somewhere safe, so Marlene should be alright too. I'm sure she'll be fine. She was always saying how she's fed up with Midgar. I guess it's just as well. And then Red 13 howls for no reason. Alright then, let's mosey. There's a village called Calm due northeast of here. They've got an inn that serves some good food. Why don't we head there first? Good idea. We've got a lot to talk about, especially you, Cloud. Yeah, like Sephiroth and the planet's true crisis. You're right. Besides, we need to get info on where Sephiroth's headed. If we're going to do this as a group, we got to have a leader, and ain't no one better at leading than me. Is that so? I mean, the only real choice is Cloud, right? Son of a... Alright, fine. Like I said, there's a village northeast of here called Calm. Anything happens, we'll meet up there. You just said, let's meet up there, and now you're saying if anything happens, let's meet up there. Can't have all 5 of us strolling through the fields. It's too exposed. Let's split into 2 groups. Alright, so I'll force myself to take the other 2 here. Not that it really matters, because it's like 2 feet to Calm. See you all in Calm. Alright, here we go. World map in 60 FPS. Whoa. Whoa. I will say, if anything looks good in 60 FPS, it's the world map. I think it looks pretty smooth. Oh my god, the damage. Yeah, I could get Mantra Magic here, but as you all know, I hate Mantra Magic. I actually have to be kind of strategic with who I give enemy skill to because of the limit. The camera looks so nice in 60 FPS. Look, Red 13, it's your people. Yeah, in this challenge, having any kind of damaging magic on enemy skill might actually be important, because I can only have 1 spell on everyone. But I mean, why Mantra Magic when I can have Beta? Speaking of which, I don't think we're getting Beta, because I don't have Elemental. Is there a world where I can survive Beta with sadness? Probably not. Especially because I can't stack green materia either. And I'm low level. I don't think there's a single shot. I'm kind of sad because getting beta would actually be a pretty fun challenge at this low level. But then again, it would also make the rest of the game easier, so it's a give and a take. Probably better not to get it. Looks like we made it to Calm. I wonder if the others are here already. Let's hurry and join them in the inn. Let's head in, Cloud. Let's not. Hey, listen to this. Actually, I haven't really got anything interesting to say. How about you? Greatest NPC of all time. Thanks to Mako Energy, our day-to-day lives have improved in all sorts of ways. Shinra really is the best. Don't you agree? You've got it all wrong. I just can't imagine life without Mako Energy. It's true Mako Energy has made lots of things easier, but at what cost? I feel like there's fewer and fewer plants and animals these days. If you ask me, the old way of doing things was better. Don't you agree? I suppose. Right? We're on the same page. Wow. Go talk to your mom. Did you say you came from Midgar? I used to live there myself. Seems like they've been having all sorts of trouble there lately, though. Yeah, there's actually a, there's actually something big to check in Calm. This chest. So this chest originally had Titan in it. And then they changed it and put Titan later. So in a mod where you replace all the removed content, do you put Titan back in this chest? Because the reason they moved it was for balance. Because having Titan this early, I wouldn't say is OP, but it is nice. Are they going to put it back in here? Nope. Maybe later we get like a key for it and we get a second Titan in there or something. They say there's a war going down in Midgar between Shinra and some group called Avalanche. Oh, there's another. That's another interesting question. Did they move Yuffie? Because Yuffie used to be in this part of the game, and then they moved her till after the marsh. We need to check the forest. An old bookshelf. Looks like there's a note tucked between the books here. Kind of hard to make out. Jan compared couldn't be can't them my research. A lonesome chest in a desert pit, a traveling salesman, a bed that wasn't recorded. A lonesome chest in a desert pit, a traveling salesman, a bed that wasn't recorded. To see yon the veil of our bring them here. What's all that supposed to mean? Cloud looking out his window. Interesting. Did we add some puzzles? Oh, I hate when he talks like that. It's so embarrassing. Maybe that's for the key for the chest. When I grow up, I'm going to be a soldier and fight bad guys, so I got to start training hard now or I'll never make it. Don't let me forget about this, because it's going to be a while before we actually get there. The chest in the desert pit probably is talking about the well. Traveling salesman, I'm not sure, other than like the Calm Traveler or something. A bed that wasn't recorded, I have no idea. Maybe the sleeping man? I hear reactors are terrible for nearby farmlands. Towns like this one are much better off. We just get our Mako energy piped in from elsewhere. I heard President Shinra was murdered and his son Rufus, the new president, apparently got real hurt too. Bet that's news to you. Look at you with the inside scoop. Aha, just between us, I heard it was those Abo What's-It folks who made the hit on President Shinra and his son. Midgar, they say the whole city's suspended in the air. Just once, I wish I could see it for myself. Brother, just look outside. You could literally see it from here. The final cutscene of the game, Marlene is looking at Midgar from that tower. Thanks to the Mako energy Shinra supplies us with, life these days is feeling real comfortable. My old man used to be a miner, but he had to quit his job when monsters started showing up at the Mithril mine. Now all he does is hole up in this bar and drink booze until he's blitzed. Gast's lab? Maybe. For some reason, when I read an unrecorded bed, I thought about the tank that Zack was in, which doesn't really make sense because that's not a bed, but for some reason that immediately came to mind. Me? Gongaga. I used to work in the mine south of here called Mithril Mine, but one day all these monsters started swarming in. After that, the business went belly up. Now I spend the days here, drinking my cares away. Apparently some terrorists went and bombed a Mako reactor over in Midgar. Dangerous times we're living in. I'm sick of it. Sorry, customers aren't allowed in the kitchen. Evidently, some anti-Shinra outfit named Avalanche was running amok in Midgar, but I hear Shinra soldiers finally got to them, totally wiped out by the sound of it. This here's the item shop. Wow, he can sell stuff to me without turning. That's impressive. This here's the materia shop. Normally, I wouldn't really have any use for earth, but since I'm limited on green materia, I feel like I should buy one. I'll buy some mithril claws, why not? Yeah, and we got cleansing materia instead of healing, which I like a lot more. Healing didn't make any sense. And actually, they changed this to healing, right? So now we had to change the other one. Heard a rumor all the monsters roaming around are Shinra's doing. I wonder if that's true. It is. Either way, as long as we're still dependent on Mako reactors, it's no use going up against Shinra. All's right with the world, or so they say. Can't put a price on peace. Wow. Calm traveler just living in a fairy tale land. You're late, Cloud. Sorry, I was buying you something. Took your sweet time. Sorry to make you wait. Guess everyone's here now. Alright then, let's hear it. We want to know everything about Sephiroth and the planet's true crisis. I used to want to be just like Sephiroth, and so I joined Soldier. We went on a bunch of missions together, Sephiroth and me, ended up becoming pretty close. What, like friends? It's hard to say. Sephiroth was much older than me, and he hardly ever talked about himself. So more like war buddies, I guess. We had each other's backs, until one day. One day? After the war ended, it was soldiers' job to, well, to deal with anyone trying to resist Shinra. Pretty grim work, and lots of it. That was 5 years ago. Was 16 at the time. Pant heave. Everything all right? Yeah, sorry. I didn't pack anything for motion sickness. Don't worry about it, really. It's my fault for forgetting. So they put the motion sickness line here. I feel like... Did they... Let me read the original. So, normally, Cloud talks to the soldier and says, I wouldn't know, I've never had motion sickness. Which gives you the hint that the soldier has motion sickness, and then also Cloud is like, I've never had motion sickness. But now they changed it to Cloud's not even part of that discussion, and Sephiroth mentions it, which is like a hint to the player about Cloud later. But I wonder if they'll do anything else with the motion sickness thing, or if they just changed it here, or if they'll add more hints. This is another one of those things where, like, we don't really know if they had this idea with the motion sickness in the original, and then they cut it because they felt like it was too much of a hint, or if this is just something that they decided when they made Remake. But, I don't know if I would prefer it or not. I kind of like it. I kind of like the motion sickness hint. I don't think as a kid I would have, like, picked up on it enough to, like, spoil the big reveal or anything. I think it's definitely something that I would have, on a second playthrough, read it and been like, oh, you know, which is great. I love that kind of thing. Honestly, some of my favorite games, like BioShock Infinite, have a lot of stuff like that. I think that's one of the best things you can do when making a game. And when I write my story that I want to tell for a game, I want to make sure to have stuff like that where you play the game once and there's hints, but you have no idea that they're hints, and then you learn the elephant, and then you go back and you realize the game was trying to tell you all along, you know, but they're such small hints that you don't have context for, that you don't pick them up on the first time. I feel like making the second playthrough as fun as the first playthrough is the best thing you can do for a game. And one of the best games I've ever played in terms of that is BioShock Infinite. I think a lot of the Final Fantasies also do a great job of that. But that's something that I strive for in any story that I want to tell, is the ability to make the second run through just as good as the first run through. And this is a good example of that, but we'll never know if they thought, like, or maybe there's an interview out there somewhere, but I seriously doubt it because it's like a really specific thing, but we'll never know if they, like, removed all these hints about motion sickness because they felt like it was too good of a hint, or if they just didn't even have the idea in the first place, and they had the one comment here and then the one comment with Yuffie, but that's after you already know anyways, I think, right? Yeah. The whole thing with Yuffie and the motion sickness, that's after Cloud's already come back, right? Has to be, because it's on the Highwind. So yeah, who knows? But Remake is pushing it more, and I'm guessing this mod will also push it more. And I like that idea. I think it's cool. Try focusing on the scenery outside. It might help take your mind off it. Heh. What, are you feeling sick too? I've been wondering, how exactly is materia made? You mean you don't know? Do you? It's made by the planet. The process takes a very long time. Though lately it seems there's a lot of Shinra-made materia on the market. Man, our company's pretty amazing if it can even make materia. Our company. Have you ever thought about quitting, soldier? About leaving Shinra? Why? It's really coming down, huh? Hey man, feeling any better? I'm good. Sorry, can't really relate. Never had a problem with motion sickness myself. So there you go. Put it in twice. Ready to do this? Hey. Rein it in a bit. Sorry, can't help it. I'm so antsy to use this new materia they gave me. Like a little kid. Say, I'd like to be briefed on the mission at some point. This one's different from the usual. That's what I like to hear. Why do you say that? The reason I joined Soldier in the first place was to become like you. But just when I got promoted to first, the war ended. And my best shot at becoming a hero fizzled away. That's why when opportunities like this come along, I always jump at the chance to prove myself. How about you, Mr. Hero? A gill for your thoughts? Didn't you want a briefing? Our mission this time is to survey a rundown reactor. There's been a spate of malfunctions, not to mention reports of savage animals. We'll have to take care of them and locate the source of the problem. Once we do, our orders are to neutralize it. Savage animals? Where's this all happening? A Mako reactor in Nibelheim. Nibelheim? That's where I grew up. Your hometown, huh? There's some sort of weird animal out there. It crashed right into our truck. Speak of the devil, must be one of our monsters. Time to get to work. Get him, Cloud. You failed. If one were to buy the international version of Final Fantasy VII, how would one activate the English mode? I don't think there is one. I don't think there is one. Sephiroth's strength is out of this world. Way beyond anything you hear in stories. Oh, so then what was your contribution? Me? I just stood there in awe of how Sephiroth fought. Anyway, we made our way to Nibelheim. The driver's dead. Oof. What to do? How did the driver die? The driver literally said, there's a monster out there, and then we went out and killed him, and then we came back in, and now he's dead? I can take the wheel. You know the way? I mean, I was born and raised there. Yeah, I can see why they removed that scene. It felt so... That felt so out of place. So... Home sweet home, right? Tell me, how does it feel? I have no home, so I wouldn't know. You still got parents, though, right? A mother named Genova. She died shortly after I was born. My father... Why am I talking about this? Come on, let's go. Yo, thank you so much, Adam, for the 34 months and the gifted sub. Thank you so much, man. Psst. You'll get in trouble for snooping around. Watch duty is just so boring. Grin and bear it. It's your job. I'll come and talk to you now and then, so be patient. Wow. Cloud really thinks highly of himself, huh? You can smell the Mako in the air. Hold on there. That name Sephiroth called his mom. Ain't that, Oh yeah, Genova, that creepy headless broad from the Shinra building. That's the one. Come on, Barrett, let Cloud tell his story. We can ask questions later. But I was only... Okay, Cloud, go ahead. Your big reunion, right? Childhood friends together again. Yeah, I was surprised too. The town was all quiet. Maybe everyone was hiding at home because of the monsters. Or maybe they were just afraid of us. We departed for the reactor at dawn. Retire early today. We only need one on watch. Get some rest, men. Ah, that's right. Go visit friends and family if you wish. I heard that the hero Sephiroth was coming, so I've been waiting here all day with my camera. I want to take a picture of Sephiroth fighting a monster. I want it to be a memorable shot. Take a picture of me, then. I have no interest in taking pictures of minor figures. Welcome in. Huh? Aren't you... Did I go in there? I don't remember. Quit being a tease. If it don't matter, just skip it. This is my mom's. Not that it's got anything to do with what happened 5 years ago. Sure it does. I want to hear what happened. Me too. It'd been a long time, right? Since you were home? Come on, tell us what happened. Did you see your family? Ugh, fine. It wasn't much of a family. My dad died when I was a kid. So after I left for Midgar, my mom was all alone in the house. Anyway, yeah, I saw her. She was a real vibrant woman that hadn't changed one bit. She'd be dead a few days later. That evening, she was full of life. Can I help you? Cloud? Cloud, welcome home. Hey. Come here, let your mother get a good look at you. My. So that's what they've got you wearing, huh? You soldiers sure do clean up nice. Mom, I've never been so proud. The man you become, women must be hounding you day and night. Not really. I just thought of something that I never thought of before. When Cloud walks in and she's like, who is it? And then walks up closer and then realizes it's Cloud. Do you think that's like a hint that Cloud's actually wearing a helmet? But in his recreation, obviously he's not. But like, the dialogue doesn't fit what we're seeing because Cloud's memory's wrong. But I worry about you, you know? There's all kinds of temptations in the big city. I'd feel a lot better if I knew you'd found a good girl, one who'd make sure you didn't get into trouble. I can take care of myself. Yeah, and she says that's what they've got you wearing, and he's got the soldier outfit on, but an older, more mature girl that could keep you on the straight and narrow and tell you when you're being a silly goose. That's the perfect type for you, I'd say. Not interested. They are feeding you properly, aren't they? I'm fine. The company treats me good. Everyone in Calm is nearsighted. Confirmed. You're sure? But you can't even cook. Oh, I've been so worried about you. Oh, Cloud. But you know, Cloud. Wouldn't you agree, Cloud? You're my son. Of course I'll always be... Okay, that's enough. Cloud? You went to my place? Yeah. I figured you might be there. I stole some Jell-O out of your fridge. Cloud, you went inside my room too? I did. Obtained a pair of overly mature underwear. What does that even mean? What is overly mature underwear? You went through my stuff? Yes. Cloud, we're talking about something really serious here. Did you actually play my piano? Yeah, I jammed on it. Jam. Overly mature underwear. Ah, Shinra's here, I see. Thank you for coming. Are you on patrol? Oh, whoops, I didn't recognize you, Cloud. How you've grown. Shinra? Shinra? You a soldier? You a shoulder? Gonna beat those monsters? Gonna beat them? Good luck. Good luck. Merry Chrysler. You from Shinra? That's right. Huh, pretty full of yourself for a kid. I'm this town's... Aren't you Cloud? Have you forgotten who I am? You're Tifa's... Right, I'm Tifa's father. Long time no see, sir. I'd appreciate it if you stayed away from my daughter. About that. That manner. Now I'll get to it later. How's it going, pet friend? You with Shinra? Heard you come to mop up all the monsters. And you are? Zangan, I travel around the world teaching martial arts to the youth. I've got 128 pupils all across the globe. One of them lives in this town, a girl by the name of Tifa. Did you say Tifa? A real talent, that one. She'll go far. No, Cloud, is that really you? How long has it been? 2 years? Serving under the Sephiroth now? Look at you, Mr. Big Shot. Isn't that just something? Wow, and you used to be such a moody little scamp. Thanks, Grandpa. Where's the secret behind the painting? One of these mods will eventually put the secret back there. What you looking at? This landscape, I could swear I've seen it before. We've got an early start tomorrow. You should get some sleep. I've hired us a guide to the Maka reactor. A young girl, apparently. Hopefully she's reliable. It was the morning after that, right, Tifa? Right. Aber, Coral, and Fitch raised their underwear prices. That's insane. That's actually insane that you wrote that in my chat. Aber, Coral, and Fitch. If I'd known this was going to happen, I would have banned her from hiking in the mountains. Late again, huh? I'm so anxious, couldn't get a wink of sleep. We leave once our guide arrives. Sephiroth, sir, please listen to me. If something were to happen, there's no need to worry. I'll be fine, Dad. There'll be 2 soldiers with me. I'm Tifa. I'll be your guide for the day. Tifa, you're our guide? I sure am. You can ask anyone around here. I'm the best there is. There's no way I can let you get involved in this. You could get hurt. Not if you remember to do your job, she won't. Alright, let's move out. A photo for posterity, sir? Tifa, if you wouldn't mind being in it too. Okay, here we go. Perfect. I'll give you each a copy once it's developed. The reactor had been constructed on the slopes of Mount Nibel. The crisp, clean mountain air was just as I remembered. Gets harder from here. Follow me. Whoa, the bridge! Yo, thanks, Heisen. Looks like you're both fine. Will we be able to climb back up to where we were? We should. The caves here are all connected like an ant farm. Oh, and Sephiroth, sir, I think we're 1 person short. I know it sounds cold, but we haven't got time to go looking for him. Now, seeing as we can't get back, we may as well press on. Let's stick together from here. Get him, Cloud. Good try. At least your preemptive materia came in handy. Which is now first strike materia. Revival materia. What in the world is Quagga? Quake, Quakera, Quagga. Oh, it's called a Fortitude ring now instead of a Tough ring. Or a Taupe ring. Power wrist guards. I'm glad I bought that Earth materia now so I can get Quagga. What is this? The cave's walls are such a strange color. It's from all the Mako energy. This mountain is particularly abundant in it, hence the reactor. Me? Quagaga. And what's this? A Mako spring, truly a marvel of nature. It's so beautiful, but if we keep sucking up Mako to power our home, springs like this will disappear, right? Tifa, who cares about the spring? The planet's gonna die. Materia. When Mako energy is condensed, this is what's formed. Naturally formed materia are a rare sight indeed. By the way, how is it that these materia allow us to use magic? You don't know and you call yourself a soldier? To put it simply, the knowledge of the so-called ancients is sealed within each orb. That knowledge not only connects us to the planet, it allows us to tap into her power. That's how we can use magic, or so they say. Really? Magic sure is weird. And then Tifa dies. I say something funny? I know someone who'd be livid to hear you call it weird, or magic for that matter. I can still remember how angry he got at that kind of thing. It's an affront to science. Who was that? Hojo, a hack scientist at Shinra. His predecessor was a great man, but him? A walking inferiority complex. A Mako spring, filled with the knowledge of the ancients, huh? We finally made it. Sure took the long way, though. Wait for us here, okay, Tifa? I want to go too, please. This is a top-secret facility. Non-Shinra personnel are not permitted. Come on. Keep the young ladies safe. Top secret, but you needed her to show you where it was. Aww. You better keep me safe. So, what do you think's going to happen in here? They're going to try to get closer to the... Well... I don't actually... It doesn't seem like they're trying to include any Crisis Core. Like, I think Crisis Core is its own thing. This is trying to be closer to Remake and the Japanese version. And Remake didn't try to go off of core lore either, so... This will probably be pretty much the same. Genova, interesting. The door's locked? I do wonder if there'll be one thing, though. This is the cause of the malfunction. This section is broken. Cloud, go seal the valve. Why did it break? Hojo, now I understand, but doing something like this will never put you on the same level as Professor Gast. These machines are for cooling and condensing Mako energy, at least that's their intended purpose. Tell me, what does Mako energy turn into when condensed even further? Oh, that's right, it becomes materia. Correct. Ordinarily, that is, but Hojo's put something else inside, too. Take a look. Mr. Smiley. What is that? You average soldier members are Mako-infused humans. You're enhanced, but you're still human. But then, what are those things? Their Mako energy levels are exponentially higher than yours. Are they monsters? Yes, the Shinra scientist Hojo was the one who created them. Abominations spawned by Mako energy, that's what monsters are. You said average member, what about you? Hey Sephiroth, could it be? Was I created the same way? Am I the same as these monsters? Sephiroth. You saw it. All of them. They're humans. Humans? There's no way. Ever since I was a child, I knew. I knew that I was different, that I was special. But not like this. Not like this. Am I even human? I didn't really understand what Sephiroth was saying at the time. I was so caught up in my own shock that Shinra was manufacturing monsters. Dang those Shinra sons of bitches. And I thought I could hate them any more than I already did. I couldn't think of a good replacement word for it, so I just said it. To think something so terrible was hidden inside that reactor. That must be the reason why so many more monsters have been showing up recently. But henceforth, we need to let Cloud tell his story without interruption. Don't you agree, Barrett? Why's he asking me? Yeah, of course, but maybe we should take a quick break first. Such language on a PG stream. All right, we'll end it here. This is a good place to stop. Did we have any, like, actual... we had a couple, like, little extra things. For some reason, the one that I remember the most... Oh, I gotta remember Yuffie, too. Hold on. Hold up. Before we forget. I'm sure we could get her afterwards. Let me see if she's... Let's just cheat. Let's just cheat. I'll be honest with you. I don't know where the nearest forest is. I would imagine... like... Oh, I can't speed it up because of the 60 FPS mod. Shoot. That means it's going to take forever. Did they just remove? I don't think there is a forest, is there? There is no forest. Okay. So wait a second. Now I'm interested. If we were to place a forest here, I guess there wouldn't be an encounter table at all. But, like, did they originally have Yuffie? We know that they originally had Yuffie before the marsh. We know that. But did they place her in a forest? And then when they decided to have her after the marsh, did they just delete the forest? Or was that like before they decided that she was going to be in a forest at all? Was there like a scene maybe planned to like have Yuffie join the party? And then... Because I remember like in New Threat, there's a scene in the Calm Inn where she like breaks in. So maybe they'll do something like that. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see tomorrow, next week. Maybe she actually joins in the Calm Inn. But now I'm curious. I wonder if there was ever a moment in development where they were like, where they knew that Yuffie was going to be found in forests, and they still wanted her to show up before the farm. So they like placed a forest in here somewhere, and then they just removed the forest. But I seriously doubt we would ever know, because there wouldn't be any like remnant. No, she wasn't. She wasn't going to be optional originally. But see, like, there was a moment where she was not going to be optional. There was a moment where she was going to be before the marsh. And there was a moment where they decided that she was going to be received through forests. But we don't know if all of those came together at once. So we would never, you know, there's no way for us to know if there was ever a forest here or not. Yeah. I think they probably added the forest thing way later. It was probably after they already knew that they already knew that she was going to be optional. And they already knew that she was going to be past the marsh. And then they came up with the forest thing. But maybe not. Maybe there was a moment in time where they knew she was going to be optional and they knew she was going to be in the forest, but they still wanted to have her before the marsh and they placed a forest somewhere in here. But we'll probably never know. All right, that'll be it for the Final Fantasy VII Shinra Archaeology Cut this week. Thank you guys so much, seriously, for all the support this morning. Thank you guys on YouTube for all the support. It has been awesome. It's been awesome to see everyone's reactions to this mod and talking about the mod and all the opinions you guys have on it. It's been awesome to read through your comments and stuff. So keep commenting, and thank you so much for all the support for this series. Everyone that's come over from YouTube to check out the Twitch, everyone that's supported through super comments and stuff, I appreciate it so much, and it means that I can continue to do series like this, so I appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next episodes of the Final Fantasy VII Shinra Archaeology Cut. Peace.